Hi everybody, this is Dr. Reyes-Fournier and welcome to Unit 7 where we're going to be talking about addictions. Perfect timing since last week we were doing behavior theories for ABA and much of addictions is based on that aberrant behavior called addiction. Addictions actually called use disorders at this time is what we're going to be discussing this week. This is my thing. I teach in the addiction specialty, and I'm excited to be sharing this with you this week. All right, so what do we need to do to learn about addictions? First, we're going to go to SAMHSA. SAMHSA is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. One of the cool things about addiction, and is probably one of the most well-researched mental health disorders than any other one. It has a ton of research behind it, and the government also provides lots of that research for us for free. SAMHSA is super cool because if you are going into the addiction program, or even if you're not going in there, you can get much of SAMHSA's publications for free. So for example, here you go to this website, and if you click on publications, it goes through every single publication of SAMHSA, which goes through what you need to know to be a counselor. In fact, for those of you going into the substance abuse program, I want you to look up TAP 21, or is it TIP 21? No, it's TAP 21. And right here, the addiction counseling competencies. This is pretty much everything you need to know to take any kind of exam for licensing or credentialing as a substance abuse counselor. How cool is that? You can get it for free. You could also download it right now into your computer. Most of your addiction classes are going to require you to have this anyway, so this is a great thing to have. Just know that there are just a lot of different publications from SAMHSA, and you can order all of them, and they'll send it to you in a big old box for free. And that is super cool, and I recommend that to anyone who's going to be practicing. Also, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, Advancing Addiction Science, has all sorts of cool things, including publications. It goes through all the drugs of abuse. It goes through all the related topics in terms of things in the society, but also like, drug driving, things like that, mental health issues. It has also some really cool videos attached to things, drug facts, always good to know. And it has funding opportunities for those in research as well. Number 3 that I wanted to show you is NAADAC. NAADAC is the Association for Addiction Professionals. NAADAC is a national organization. NAADAC is the organization that provides free webinars, and you will see that in the addiction program especially. We post all the webinars in the classes so that you can go to them. Their student membership is extremely cheap, so you might want to do that as well. They do continuing education units for professionals. It is probably one of the only membership organizations that I've ever seen that does like periodic payments instead of just having to pay your membership once a year. I think that's pretty awesome. And also has a ton of, what do you call that? Webinars that you can watch on demand. So you're talking about having the most prominent people in the industry providing education to you. They do a few conferences a year. Very cool. Here's their Twitter. Cannot recommend this enough. So like, for example, here's your webinars, and it goes through on-demand seminars. So just let's take a look at those. And this is for anybody. I mean, if you are interested in just checking it out, these are the different webinars on policy, different webinars on co-occurring disorders, which means that the individual has been diagnosed with a use disorder, an addiction, and a mental health disorder, so like depression and alcoholism. Very common. Actually, it is estimated between 60 and 80% of all people with use disorders have a co-occurring mental health disorder. Clinical skills, look at all these things that you could do. Just fun stuff to do. And if you need information in terms of like research, you can go to NIDA. That's also, there's also, if I remember correctly, I think, yes, I will look that up for you while we're here, the Addiction Technology Transfer Center Network has a lot of resources as well that you could look at. They have all the certification and licensing information for all the states if you need that. And yes, so this week, get your discussions in early. I will see you tonight in seminar. Remember, we are already on Unit 7, so you need to be preparing, or at least, working on your final paper. Your final paper is going to require you to cite and reference like any other paper. If I recommended that you use the writing lab, the OWL, use it. Now would be the great time to finish your paper, send it to the OWL, refine it, clean it up so that you can get a good grade on it. All right? Any questions, email me. I will see you tonight at 8 p.m.